A publication called Your Ward News has been accused of promoting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, misogyny, homophobia, and racism. Indeed, the editor and publisher were both charged last year with the willful promotion of hatred against Jews and women. But the question arises, is it the role of Canada Post to decide what does and does not get delivered, even before there's a trial and conviction? In a nutshell, no. If being offensive were an Olympic pursuit, Your Ward News would surely win the gold medal. But this magazine has attracted the attention of the chattering classes, first and foremost political consultant Warren Kinsella, who has never met an offensive person he didn't want to drag in front of a human rights tribunal. The thing is, even before the inception of the internet and social media, we have always had laws that prohibit libel and slander and defamation, and that's a good thing. But these days, we also have so-called hate crime laws, which are murkier and are often used to shut down somebody or something for causing hurt feelings. And so it is that a recent CBC story notes that Warren Kinsella and his wife Lisa formed a group called Standing Together Against Mailing Prejudice, aka STAMP. The goal is to pressure Canada Post to halt delivery of the publication. And guess what, folks? The Kinsellas actually succeeded. Canada Post will no longer deliver Your Ward News. But here's the crux of the matter. Even if Your Ward News is indeed vile and anti-Semitic and misogynistic, why is this publication being deemed guilty without even a trial or conviction yet? Do we no longer operate on the proviso of innocent until proven guilty? After all, Editor-in-Chief James Sears and publisher Leroy St. Germain were both charged in November 2017 with the willful promotion of hatred against women and Jews, but there hasn't been a conviction yet. So it's a tad unsettling that Canada Post has decided to skip with the formalities and arbitrarily stop delivering Your Ward News. Yes, the mailman, without any legal precedent, is going to sanitize this content for your protection. That's when the mailman is actually working, of course. Now, two things. Isn't this a matter of Canada Post really jumping the gun? And if Canada Post is all about eradicating offensive content being delivered, is this not a slippery slope of Griswoldian proportions? Because now, if the posties are judge, jury, and executioner regarding allegedly offensive content, what about some of the other stuff being delivered by Canada Post these days? After all, feminists have long condemned Hustler magazine for being misogynistic. Now, don't ask me how I know this, folks, but there are indeed Hustler subscribers receiving their porn via post in our great Dominion. And say, what about mailing, certain religious holy books? The kind that actually vilify certain infidels and even call for their execution? Yikes, sounds kind of hateful to me. But I presume Canada Post has no problem delivering that sort of content in the name of diversity is our strength. And when it comes to anti-Semitism, gee, wasn't that a bunch of pro-BDS Canadian Union of Postal Workers picketing the Toronto office of B'nai B'rith back in August? Hey, where's the hate crimes unit when you really need them? But in the final analysis, I am indeed left to presume Canada Post's intentions because the post office has declined to answer several voicemails and emails I've sent along seeking comment. Hey, maybe they want me to make my request via snail mail in order to prop up the bottom line. If so, okay, hopefully my letter will get to them by Christmas, 2019 that is. Bottom line, I'm no fan of Your Ward News, but I am a fan of due process. Yet it seems that in the name of politically correct expediency on behalf of Canada Post, due process is now a concept that is being returned to sender. And that's troubling. For the Rebel.Media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. It seems that everyone wants to communicate by texting these days. The problem is people just assume they can text any number and the text will be received. But what if the intended recipient never got that text? This can lead to bad customer relations and lost business. Now you can make any number a textable number. Introducing Unites Text Me. Unites Text Me allows you to receive text messages on your business number, even if it's an old style landline, and you can even respond back to those texts. For more information, visit www.textmeanywhere.com. That's www.textmeanywhere.com, or simply text 866-864-8363.